Right now at 5, the Washburn Community Garden land has been sold. And baseball pitching injuries are increasing across all levels of the sport.
You're watching WKBT Lacrosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. Mayo Clinic Health System has sold the land that includes the Washburn Community Garden. A Mayo official says 360 Real Estate Solutions officially bought the parcels along 10th Street between Division and Ferry Street last week. The health system and 360 have been collaborating for months to get public input on the future of the space. A Washburn neighborhood representative says the community garden has been around since 2008, and neighborhood residents have asked for 360's plans to include green space. Well, 360 has shared 3 tentative design ideas for the land, all of which do include garden space. 360's plans also include space for 24 townhomes, 24 studio apartments, and 2 parcels for future Habitat for Humanity homes. The developer, of course, still has to go through the city for both rezoning and design approval. Definitely felt some drizzle across the day as I was getting ready for work. And this weekend, Greg, we're going to be seeing some activity for sure.
Yeah, the good news is if you got Saturday plans, they're actually not looking that bad. But we do have activity tonight. Tonight's probably going to be one of the stories. And for severe weather-wise, it's looking pretty isolated and confidence kind of medium. It's more probably northeast Iowa, and I'll kind of spell that out. Otherwise, it is going to be a stormy night. Right now, we do have showers beginning to push up here. We did have a little bit of intense activity towards Rochester. Those are the wind gusts. You can see it spiked up to almost 57 miles per hour, but that has weakened. And so far, all this band, as it lifts northeast, has weakened. The winds remain, but it is just light showers pushing through the area right now. That will change as we go on throughout the night. I think after about 10, additional waves around the low that's in Iowa will begin to pull up towards the area. So after 10, I think showers and thunderstorms will become more numerous, a little bit strong. We'll have to keep an eye on, like I said, northeast Iowa potentially, as these could have some stronger wind gusts before they weaken. But overnight, expect to hear some thunder off and on, especially between about midnight and 2. The good news is you wake up, everything's kind of pushing off to the east, and that's the positive news going into Saturday. And later on, I'll kind of break down if we will see any storms Saturday, what Sunday looks like, and what next week also looks like. So there is some good news, but yes, it's going to be a stormy night tonight for a lot of areas.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, arm injuries throughout the youth and professional levels of baseball are increasing over recent years. News 8 Now's Michael Germain spoke with one Mayo Clinic health official and has more on what is causing this trend. Good evening, Michael.
Ken, Dr. Andrew Jagum with Mayo Health Clinic says the issue has transcended across all levels of baseball, stating that the problem begins at the youth level.
And so when you're doing the amount of pitching that kids are doing nowadays, both kind of the number of pitches throughout a season and throwing as hard as they are,
that can affect a player's growth development. Dr. Jagum says if players get the chance to play at the college, minor league, or professional level, they might be more predisposed to injury due to strains on their elbow or shoulder.
I think at the highest levels that just gets exacerbated. They're just putting more stress on, again, kind of a weak foundation because of that accumulated volume throughout their throwing career.
The rate of UCL injuries and the number of arm surgeries are on the rise throughout all levels of the sport.
Before, it used to be a handful of those pitchers were having that surgery at the major league level, and now, again, there's hundreds, if not thousands, potentially having them at lower levels of competition.
Theories today suggest higher pitch volumes and less days off are resulting in the increase in injuries.
But really, they think the pitch velocity specifically, so these guys and gals just throwing harder and harder in today's sport than they were 20, 30 years ago.
Adding that the problem is rooted at the younger level.
Honestly, like, my recommendation would be not pitching a lot until you are into the high school level. That's just less wear and tear on the arm, the longer you could delay it by just pitching later in your baseball career.
He predicts in the future that arm injuries throughout the sport will continue to get worse before it gets better. He adds putting restrictions on pitchers at the youth level, such as pitch count, will help with the longevity of their career. Ken?
All right, Michael Germain live in the newsroom. Thank you, Michael. Today, high schoolers from around Crawford County got the chance to kickstart their careers. Students from 4 rural schools had the opportunity to meet with over 50 employers and colleges at the 2nd annual Crawford County Career and Community Job Fair. The day started with a presentation from a keynote speaker. Then students picked which of the 17 breakout groups they wanted to join. Some of those being things like agriculture, the military, and the culinary arts.
It's really important to give students a broad idea of different career opportunities that they might not actually think about when they're picking their careers in high school. It's really important that we see all the different avenues and pathways that students can take.
Now, the job fair wasn't exclusive to just students. Anyone who wanted to come was free to attend. An estimated 200 students attended the fair. A new all ages and abilities bike playground is coming to West Salem. Today, Aura Trails hosted a launch party at Lewis Point Park to celebrate the project entering its final fundraising phase before construction starts this summer. At today's event, attendees got a preview of the plans and tried out some ramps and rollers. Aura Trails executive director says the bike park will be a great community asset.
It allows a lot of people with a lot of different experience levels to come and enjoy this space in really diverse ways. And so we really see these engaged day in, day out, all hours of the day.
The sustainable design concept includes features like flow tracks, entry-level areas, and a stroll and roll path connecting parking to the trail so bikers can hop on and off as they please. If you want to make a donation to help make the bike playground come to life, we'll have a link on our digital platforms. La Crescent fourth graders are getting some hands-on education on protecting our water. The city of La Crescent put on the second annual Water Fest at La Crescent Hoka Elementary today. Organizers set up some hands-on learning stations to teach kids how water resources are crucial to human and wildlife sustainability. One city official says the festival also teaches them how to be good stewards of the environment.
Whether that's turning off water, whether that's picking up trash that could be going down a storm drain, whether that's, adopting a storm drain in their neighborhood, all those things around protecting water.
Some of the stations included live fish and the chance to build their own water filters. Ludwigson says the hands-on nature of the event always makes for a fun day of learning. If you've got the taste of adventure and have an appreciation for local art, there's an event this weekend that you might be interested in. The 23rd Annual Bluff Country Studio Art Tour of southeastern Minnesota features more than 30 artists at 21 locations. Those locations are spread throughout southeastern Minnesota from Winona to the Iowa border. Each location features the work of different artists. Their work is in a variety of medium, including wood, metal, and painting. One artist says this art tour is unique because you actually get to see the artists in their studios.
You rarely get to see that if you go to a gallery or other places where you simply purchase art. You get to see art in the making here, and the artists are always happy to see you and welcome you in.
The self-guided tour is completely free. Locations will be open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow and Sunday. You can find a map of locations participating in the tour on the event's website. We'll have that linked on our website, news8000.com. Tensions are high on campuses nationwide as the Israel-Hamas war protests continue. The law enforcement crackdowns and what protesters are saying after this.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
Earth Fair 2024 takes place Sunday, April 28th at Myrick Park, a free family-friendly event featuring Nature Place Crittermobiles, Marsh Walk, live music, farmer and artisan market, food vendors, and much more. Don't miss UWL Orchestra's final concert of the season, Summer Dances, Sunday, April 28th at the Annette Recital Hall in the Lowell Center for the Arts at UWL.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
In 1925, a new furniture store opened its doors in Fountain, Minnesota. Now, 99 years later, we're Drury's. Same location, same family, the same philosophy. Sell quality furniture, keep the prices affordable, and give our customers the best service possible. 4 generations later, Drury's is bigger and better than ever. So we're celebrating with our 99th anniversary sale, our biggest sale ever. Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, celebrating 99 years of furnishing the area with quality furniture.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care, because we get you. So get out on the road and stay safe with quality automotive parts and service at unbeatable prices. Like buy 3 tires, get 1 free, plus up to $100 consumer rebate on select Goodyear tires when you buy 4. 10% off all Carl Star lawn and garden and trailer tires or Laren inner tubes. And rewards members save $5 on Blaine's brand gold automotive batteries. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models, or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Thursday's surprising reversal of Harvey Weinstein's 2020 sexual assault conviction is sparking fierce reaction. His lawyer says Weinstein didn't receive a fair trial, but those who helped launch the Me Too movement are outraged. While the disgraced movie mogul remains in prison serving a 16-year sentence from a California case, New York's district attorney has indicated he will retry Weinstein. Ashley Judd, the first actor to come forward with allegations of sexual harassment against Weinstein, said the prospect of alleged victims having to take the stand again is a tall task for them.
Courtrooms are not healing spaces. They are traumatizing spaces. And victims should not have to perform their trauma in order to find peace. You know, what will give us satisfaction and peace is when men stop raping women, period.
In overturning the 2020 conviction, the New York Appeals Court ruled 4-3 that alleged victims who weren't involved in the charges against Weinstein should not have been allowed to testify during the trial. Another deadline has come and gone for pro-Palestinian demonstrators to break down their encampment on the campus of Columbia University. Students at Columbia and around the country are demanding their schools cut ties with companies that do business with Israel, and law enforcement has been cracking down. Michael George reports from New York.
As talks between school administrators and pro-Palestinian protesters on Columbia's campus continue, pro-Israeli demonstrators, mostly non-students, made their voices heard outside.
Nobody's talking about the hostages.
This Columbia grad student who took part in the rally worries those in the encampments are forgetting about the hostages still being held by Hamas.
If you actually want peace to be achieved as we do, and if you want a ceasefire, the hostages need to be released.
The students have been calling on the school to divest financially from companies that do business with Israel, angry over the ongoing war and humanitarian situation in Gaza.
They believe they can outstand us. We tell them that they cannot.
Columbia is working to regain control by keeping outsiders out. Security's now checking IDs to make sure only students and staff can get in. What's your birthday? It was a different scene at Ohio State overnight. At least 3 people, including a graduate student, were arrested after setting up an encampment near the Student Union Center. Video posted on social media Thursday showed officers tearing down tents at Emory University in Georgia and appearing to tase someone pinned to the ground. Despite the crackdown on some campuses, pro-Palestinian demonstrators at UCLA say they're staying put.
We are here to make sure that the UC is not actively funding the violence that's happening abroad.
The University of Southern California announced it's canceling its main graduation ceremony, citing safety concerns. Columbia University's graduation is still set for May 15th. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
A group of Columbia students have filed a lawsuit against the university, claiming the pro-Palestinian protesters have been victims of discrimination. President Biden, who is in New York today, did not visit the school. Tobacco prices in Minneapolis have gone up in hopes of decreasing its use. The details of the new rule in just a few minutes.
And yeah, we have a stormy overnight, but Saturday actually doesn't look too bad. Probably the better of the 2 days, because Sunday looks more of kind of a washout. We'll track all the storms and tell you if we're going to see severe or strong ones and what those temperatures look like going into next week. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Quality time with Taco John's. You never forget the big moments, like devouring your first slice of crispy oven-baked taco pizza loaded with 7 layers of classic taco toppings. Or your wedding. Both are life-changing. One-of-a-kind new taco pizza, only at Taco John's.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver called fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Results are in for the 2024 Best of La Crosse County. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to see the winners in every category. Thank you to everyone who participated, and congratulations to all the winners.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, a pack of cigarettes in Minneapolis is going to cost a lot more now. A new city council measure passed Thursday has raised the minimum price for tobacco products to $15. The city hopes the measure will lead to a decline in cigarette use. The extra revenue from the new price will go to the stores that sell the products. The city council amendment also increases the penalties for stores that violate the rules. Now, Greg's been tracking some storm conditions for your upcoming weekend, but Greg, looks like Saturday might not actually be as bad as previously thought.
No, it just depends on track right now, and right now we're kind of what we call it kind of a dry slot, basically dry air aloft that kind of kills your convection, and that's what's going to be coming overhead Saturday. So overall, that doesn't look too bad. So if you break it down Saturday, like we just stated, mainly dry through the afternoon. There's still some chances, and I'll time that out, of some storms south of I-90, probably getting further down to southwest Wisconsin or southern Wisconsin. High temps, though, depending on cloud cover, that's the one thing to note. Cloud cover up to the north will probably keep temperatures in the low 60s, but areas near Prairie du Chien, where they'll have more sun, we could get close to 80, so there'll be quite a bit of a big span. Sunday looks more of an all-day type rain, at least for southern areas. Storms potentially severe, that looks pretty low, but if there are any, it'll be close to I-90. As you go 90 to 94, probably rain, a few storms, and if you're north of I-94 or close to that, it's probably just going to be light rain, occasional light rain, maybe a storm, but nothing severe to speak of. For right now, we're still watching this little area of showers come through. It weakens as it pushed north. We had some pretty strong gusts towards Rochester, but that continues to weaken as it pulls north, and that's really going to be the trend for a little bit through about 10 p.m. A few showers developing until this main band starts to approach, probably as we get closer to about 10 p.m. We're going to start seeing more activity pop up here, showers and a few storms through 10, and then a couple lines will come through and develop. One to keep note of is probably by about midnight to 2. That around the low lifts a pretty decent band of thunderstorms through the area. Could be strong, and the stronger area would probably be closer to northeast Iowa. It lifts up. Everything kind of clears out by 4 to 5 and pushes north of the area, so waking up tomorrow morning, it's probably generally going to be quiet conditions. And as I mentioned about the sun, keep note of that towards southern areas toward tomorrow. The wind will be the other factor to keep note of, and monitor the temperatures too as we get into the afternoon hours. Once again, 70s down here, up to the 60s up to the north with the cloud cover. And then that thunderstorm chance comes in towards the afternoon, right where this front kind of stalls to the south. Now we'll see if that actually drifts up a little bit with some activity towards the late afternoon, evening time. So Viroqua, Prairie du Chien, Bosqueville, that would be the area to watch. Otherwise, the rest of the area looks fairly quiet all the way through at least part of the Saturday night until we see more activity begin to push up. There's your severe threat for tomorrow, and this really probably could be even shrink further southeast because it really drops off. But once again, southern areas, and that would be late afternoon, evening hours. Now as we go in through Sunday, that next system lifts north, and we start spreading showers and thunderstorms across late Saturday night into Sunday morning, which means probably the wettest period is going to be Sunday morning. We might see a little bit of a break in the Sunday afternoon, but then we're going to see waves developing as this really deep low begins to lift up north towards Minnesota towards the evening hour, and then overnight we'll continue to see bands come through the area all the way through Monday, and it looks like we'll finally dry off. Sunday, a lot of cloud cover. We'll probably keep that severe threat very low, but there is something to keep in mind of the chance of that would be probably afternoon and evening when we have maybe some breaks coming through the area, but that threat is fairly low. Rainfall amounts, this is going to be one of the wet ones that we go through, especially towards probably Saturday morning, and we'll get more into that later. But really, we're looking at about 1 to 2 inches, the wettest period, probably Sunday morning. But for tonight, showers more prevalent as we go after 10. We're looking about 12 to about 2 is when we could see a good round of thunderstorms come through. Temperatures staying actually rising. That's right now the current temperatures. As you wake up tomorrow morning, they'll probably be in the 60s. Most of the day should be dry. The only thing we're keeping a note of is a few showers or thunderstorms for areas to the south. Temperatures 60s to near 80. Sunday looks quite wet, storms, and then Monday even some storms continuing on Monday. We have a brief break Tuesday. And now we got another system potentially coming through Wednesday and Thursday. So it remains active, but if you note the temperatures, we should be above average for next week. So definitely stay tuned tonight. Saturday looks fairly good. And then stay tuned for a wet Sunday too.
All right. Thank you very much, Greg. When we come back, the city of La Crosse celebrates Arbor Day. We'll take a look at the elementary students who helped to plant during the celebration.
Monday on News 8 Now this morning, how the Vernon County Health Department's wellness screenings can monitor your heart disease risk factors like high cholesterol through simple, affordable checkups. We'll see you then.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
News 8 Now and these proud sponsors honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
It's time to get out and rediscover Ho Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Grab your friends and play for the day, or 2, or 3. It's time for you to win, laugh, and enjoy. Over 650 slot machines, tables, bingo, great rewards, delicious food. Ho Chunk Gaming, just what you need. Get out again and experience the difference at Ho Chunk Gaming Black River Falls.
It's spring bonus season. Time to take control of your spring in a new Ford truck. Get started with exclusive spring bonus offers at your local Northland Ford dealers. Then own the season behind the wheel of your new Ford. Whether you're looking for power or capability, there's a Ford truck waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get in the driver's seat today. Get an F-150 XLT with 1.9% financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 spring bonus cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
News 8 Now and these proud sponsors honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors.
Every day, our commitment begins again. Building trust the way it should be done. Sticking to the facts and reporting the story fairly and equally. And telling the stories of our community. The source you rely on. News 8 Now. Expect more.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, today is Arbor Day, and to mark the occasion, the City of La Crosse Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department held its 35th annual Arbor Day celebration. First Lutheran Elementary School students helped the city arborist plant a bur oak tree in honor of the holiday. And city officials spoke on the importance of preserving nature in an urban world. City arborist John Manges says different trees will thrive in different parts of the city.
There are right trees for right locations, especially in an urban environment. So we try to stress planting trees that aren't gonna be obstructed by man-made structures. Obviously we got a little bit easier time in the parks here.
John Mangus. Sorry, John, if you're watching. Mangus says bur oaks are native to the region and take a long time to grow. He also says every day is a good day to plant a tree, so don't be afraid to plant your own in honor of Arbor Day. If you'd like to see the bur oak that was planted today, you can find it in Myrick Park. Greg's going to have one more check of your weekend forecast when we come back.
All the best mattresses are under one roof at PM Sleep Center. Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest Black, Stearns & Foster, Sealy Posturepedic, and Serta Eye Comfort. Your best night's sleep starts at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 30 years.
Hey, Dominic here. Welcome to Pleasney. Let me show you where the magic happens. We make all of our blends right here at the Pleasney store on Ward Avenue. From the careful measuring of ingredients, to the thorough mixing, to the filling, right down to the sealing, labeling, and packaging. Stop in, look over our selection of over 40 different blends, and try some samples at our Pleasing Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Don't forget our great selection of gift ideas.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Senor Villa. At Senor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Senor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Senor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Andy Pitts here at Chrysler Winona. During the Jeep Celebration event, you can lease a new Jeep Compass Limited with heated leather seats, remote start, and Apple CarPlay for $299 per month with $29.99 down. Need a pickup? A new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab, just $499 per month with $29.99 down. So stop by and drive one today at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
We put a smile on your face.
Sometimes in louder situations, it's tough to hear what others are saying.
We just thought, why not get a baseline so that we know where we're at?
I think the staff is very friendly.
They live here in our community. They care about the people that live here. They want to help people hear better. I feel like we're in the business of keeping people's eyes healthy, but I feel like keeping your ears healthy is also very important, and all of our senses are important.
Better Hearing Center on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
All the best mattresses are under one roof at PM Sleep Center. Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest Black, Stearns & Foster, Sealy Posturepedic, and Serta Eye Comfort. Your best night's sleep starts at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 30 years.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
All right, for your evening commute, we still got some showers in the area, but everything is light. We're expected to see a break here. It's really going to be probably after 10. We're going to start seeing more showers and thunderstorms come up, especially as we get closer to midnight and watch northeast Iowa. That's where they could be strong. They'll weaken as they come up, but something to keep in mind of. Better conditions as we go through tomorrow. Should be dry, and then Sunday definitely does look like probably the washout type.
Yeah, well, at least it's not both days that'll be an all-out
That's the
washout.
positive news. Saturday looks much better than it would look about 3 days ago.
For sure. That's Greg Barnhart. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Thank you so much for joining us on News 8 Now at 5.